quick recap of last week. We thought the guys, there was very, very good leadership all week long, good leadership on game day. They were very focused on the task at hand and played very, very hard. And it was a physical football game, and we were proud of the effort they gave. We just came up short, so we had to move on quick. Obviously, that's the way it is in this business, and they've come to work and really had 2 really good days of practice, a lot of energy, a lot of leadership, and that's the thing that's evident on the field now. Hosley, Trey Matthews, Trey Williams, Deshaun Davis, Carl Lawson, Montravius Adams. Those guys are going out there and just leading these guys, and it's we've asked them to grow to that, and it's kind of developed into that, which is a positive note. Obviously, we have the challenge this week of us trying to play our best football game of the year. We've asked them to try to improve each week and dominate the opponent. Doesn't matter, we've always said, doesn't matter who it is, what time it is, or where it is, that it's about us. And so we've challenged them, and they've responded to that. And obviously, this week of practice has been very important.
Yeah, a lot about the health of the offense this week. We got some guys pretty beat up. Obviously, Coward not going to play. I know Derek Randall's been playing there some. Who else do you kind of look at that position?
Well, like you said, Derek has been playing there, and we've got some young guys that have played in some of the games, some snaps earlier in this year. And then Cam Toney could play there too. We rep him there in emergency situations because he travels with us. So we've repped him in those situations. So we've got the pecking order. Then we have the ability to move Derek out there, and then we have the emergency situation. So it's covered.
So there's no chance you're going to pull a red shirt from anybody?
No.
This game or next game?
No.
What about Trey and Deshaun? I know both those guys have been beat up and looked, obviously a physical game last Saturday. How are they doing this week?
They're actually doing pretty good. Like I said, as the week's gone on, and you kind of this late in the season in the SEC, early in the year, Sunday afternoon, they start feeling a little better. Monday morning, as the year wears on, it takes a little bit longer. But today saw no residual effects at all of it.
In the secondary, obviously, how do you kind of handle things with Rudy getting maybe a little bit more reps? I know Daniel Thomas has worked some at nickel, but how does it kind of work with you with him getting some reps at running back too?
It really hadn't affected us at all. It really hadn't, because we've been on, we try to rep 2 groups. And so in that 2 groups all year long has been Rudy, Hosley, Daniel. And then Sherwood has also kind of been an emergency guy there. So again, we try to build it like that, where we've got, okay, we have what we have at every position. Okay, we can move a guy from here to here, and then we have an emergency. And that's built in. That's built in across the board.
You talk about the front end having the injuries, but on the back end too. I know that Josh was dealing with a knee during the game, and I think Carlton had an ankle, and a couple others in the secondary in particular. So do you look at a Marshall Taylor and even, possibly Sherwood to get some reps, in particular in a game like this?
Well, we'll have to see how the game goes, but we prepared for guys to do that every week. But with guys being a little more banged up, probably a little higher rep count this week for those guys you mentioned.
Kevin, you talked about Carl. As the season's gone along, what's impressed you the most about the way he's played and the way he's done things on and off the field?
Well, the biggest thing is probably how mature he is, and what kind of student of the game he is. He's very, very serious about football. He studies football kind of like Kevin Green did when I was with the Panthers, in that he's got notes, he's taking notes, he's watching film, he's asking questions. He studies the opponent, he knows how to watch film. That's probably the biggest thing. You know, I mean, obviously the talent on the field is there, it's been there, but just how serious he is about each game.